Thank you so much. Hello. You've got just an adorable Darla, Bruce. Look, they're like snuggling together. Like, okay, I'll go over here and I'll put my head on here, and I don't know. They're just the cutest damn things. I've got a dog problem. I just can't get enough. I did say to Diana though the other day. I go, look, I think though going forward, I think we have to resist the urge to keep the number of dogs with the current number, like 4. I think is. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, I'm starting to get to a point in my life where, let's say I get a dog. Let's say a big eagle comes and takes all the dogs away today to the Rainbow Bridge. And I get a new dog that lives 13 years. That means I'd be 65 when the dog goes to the Rainbow Bridge. Then I'd probably get another one. I probably can only get a couple more dogs. Dog cycles, So I said to her, I go, look, I don't know if we should have 4 dogs all the time. Update. Maureen talked about on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast that Mocha was getting adopted. That's a dog that she's had in her home for quite some time. And the people who adopted the dog returned her after 24 hours. How does that happen? Unless the dog kills the child, there is a learning curve. People who get dogs, something really bad has to happen in order for you to return a dog or get rid of a dog. I got bit by Kira. That's why Kira... No, actually, I take it back. Daisy bit me when she was fighting with Kira. I think dogs fighting amongst each other is definitely a reason. You got to be careful. I'm sorry that happened, Maureen. Maureen says that Mocha refused to do all the steps in the 2-story home. So that's why they brought the dog back? Oh, come on. That's silly. I'm sorry that happened. Wasn't meant to be then. I have an update on the Great Food Giveaway. As suspected, our cost for the food goes way down. Sean at Myers says, the ham number has been updated, both price and average weight. Also, I downsized the gravy to 12 ounces because of availability. So that'll be a little less cost on the gravy. Our total now drops from, to feed 100 families, it drops from $4,685.60 to $3,083. So that is a savings of $1,602, roughly. $3,083.80 is what it now costs to feed 100 families. Because of your generosity, which we just got a $50 donation today during the free podcast. Thank you. We now sit at $2,887.52 raised, meaning we need 1,000. Wait a minute. That's not accurate. Hold on here. How much we need, I should say. Hold on a second. What the fuck am I doing? Calculator. 3083.80 minus 2887.52. We need $196.28 to meet our food goal. which leaves us with plenty of time for feminine hygiene products. Once we nail the $196.28 to pay off the food debt rather quickly, I might add, thank you so much. Then we're just going to be buying tampons and sanitary napkins and what are they called? Blood period cups or some ridiculous. There's no great way to call them anything. Horrible. But still very, very important. To those less fortunate, thank you, Kenny. Also, the food from the Grand Rapids Pit Bull Alliance. Plenty of pet food will be given away. So, thank you. If you have already helped us out, appreciate that very much. But if you have not, even just whatever you can spare, and that's between you and I, no one has to know, no one will know. That is just between you and I as to how much you contribute. There's the links right there to my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. I prefer Venmo or Cash App. Amy says, don't forget your M-Perks. Thank you. That's a great, great thing. Megan says, I didn't know you were raising tampon money. Thank you. Well, yeah, that was just by your suggestion. Okay? And yeah, I know you come and go sometimes because you're so busy, but that is, ever since you suggested that, I said, well, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Any extra money that we make is going to go towards purchasing those products for underserved, underprivileged, less fortunate folks who need that sort of thing. And if you want, on the day of the event, Thursday, December 21, bring a couple boxes. Like, when you go shopping, get a couple boxes. I don't know, get the Costco size if you have to, and bring them to Irvine's when you donate your time. Now, that money that I was talking about that has been raised, $2,887.52, that has come from, now, 27 people. 27 people have helped out, and thank you for that. That's awesome. It also illustrates, I mean, I have 200 and right now 220 people on Patreon who support the show. And on average, about 40 people watch the show live on Twitch, and thousands every day listen to the audio podcast. So, it is a little bit disproportionate. So if everyone who enjoys the show, just a few bucks, $5, I don't care. Don't put it on yourself to take a huge chunk of change. We have safety in numbers where we can hammer this out to an astronomical value and end up buying a whole pallet full of feminine hygiene products for people. So, by all means, just a few bucks is all I ask. So thank you. Like some of you people, like even like 40, 50, 25, I mean, on up. You don't need to. We have so many people that's not necessary. We can spread out the workload on many hands, and it will make for very, very light work. So I can't stress enough to lower that dollar amount and then just throw it my way. You won't even notice it. I mean, $50 is a lot of money. We have enough people that you just don't need to do that. Thank you to those who have. I appreciate that. All right. So the band Kiss decided to call it a career. They were in New York City for their final shows. Thousands of people at Madison Square Garden. But everybody's kind of like, are they really going to retire? What's going on? And then, like the night of the show, as fans were walking in to the venue, they're getting emails, notifications from like the Kiss Army fan club that says, though it's an ending, a new beginning is coming. So everybody's like, oh, shit, here we go. Kiss will go on forever or some shit. All right. this is the video promoting what I'm describing to you, and you'll see for yourself, and then I'll explain in detail what is happening. So let me just play this for you.
The new Kids era starts now!
You show us everything you got.
Our shows are about joy.
Ett liv av ett Kiss.
The future is so exciting. We can live on eternally. The band deserves to live on because the band is bigger than we are.
Okay. So in that, you see various images of Kiss wearing those type of suits that you put on when they're making like a video game. Like the NFL players will get in those suits with the balls, like green screen suits. And then you see like what looks to be like some type of video game version of Kiss on stage while Paul Stanley's going, we're going to live forever. We're going to live forever. All right. Well, Kiss came up with these avatars that they expect to placate or replace them now going forward. So the tour ends, and Kiss now is going to relaunch with a concert around the globe with like their avatars, from what I'm understanding. Motion capture suits is what they're called. This is how it looked to people and how it sounded. Okay, so they're actually on stage. This is the show is over. The real Kiss is on stage saying goodbye. And I guess this is to finish the show. Okay. Paul breaks his guitar. I think that guitar was already pre-cut because it broke way too easily. He breaks his guitar. And then that's it. No more Kiss. I'm going to bounce ahead here. I can't take it. All things end. Did you get what you came for?
We will never, ever forget you. Thank you so much.
I think they just said Detroit. I thought they were in New York. So anticlimactic. Okay, so that was all shit. That isn't really what I wanted to show you, though. I wanted to show you the band leaves the stage. This is in New York City. And then on the screen, everybody's expecting an encore, but what they got was these Kiss avatars playing a song. And look at how shitty this looks.
Kiss Army! Your love, your power has made us immortal. The new Kiss era starts now. Oh yeah!
these stupid video game characters is what's going to tour. They're actually going to send this stupid fucking Avatar movie to stadiums and expect people to fill. And the Kiss fans are super retarded. These are all stupid people. They're going to go. But you know what? Actually, the Avatars probably would be more entertaining than the real Kiss. This is embarrassing. Whoever likes this shit, you don't want to be friends with that type of person. The article from Melissa Ruggieri from the USA Today is, she writes it very, very tongue-in-cheek. She says, the Doors' Jim Morrison may have said it, but Kiss lived it Saturday night at the most famous venue in the world, Madison Square Garden, a symbolic consummation of a 50-year career that started a few blocks away in New York City. Is it really goodbye? Kiss spent 2 hours and 15 minutes convincing 20,000 diehards at MSG at the second show of a two-night stand that this was their grand finale, that we'd never see Gene Simmons top knot bobbing and fake blood dripping from his chin during Deuce, or watch him expel a breath of fire at the end of the Simple Stomper. I love it loud. This is it, right? We'll shelve the cynicism and believe that the four men on stage were showing genuine feelings, but in the most on-brand Kiss move ever by Kiss standards, before the quartet likely hit their dressing rooms after disappearing on stage in the blizzard of smoke and confetti that accompanied the set closing Rock and Roll All Night, a message blasted on the screen that says, "A new Kiss era starts now." Digital avatars of the band followed, playing their anthem, God Gave Rock and Roll to You. Yes, seconds after physical Kiss and the dragon boot, studs, spandex, and face paint could be more, and their virtual counterparts were introduced. So, yes, that is the idea now. It just doesn't... The only way anything like this would be even remotely interesting to me would be if they had holograms, like legit holograms on stage that actually make you feel like you're seeing real three-dimensional people. That is the only way I would be interested in any of this. As it is right now, it looks like a Sega Genesis video game. Maureen says, oh, come on, that does not beat a live show. Stevie says that looks so lame. It absolutely looks lame. It's ridiculous. Chris says, thank goodness the world needs this. Can't wait till Trump makes his own avatar and can join easy to chat about it. Let's see. There was talk about the cold and flu medicines we had last year at the Great Food Giveaway. Those were brought to us by Sarah Rookruck-Roosh. That's where that came from. I'll see if she can supply that again. Yeah, I think she still works there, right? Isn't that right? She doesn't always join us on here. Well, anyway, the Kiss thing was stupid and ridiculous, and I can't believe anybody would be interested in that. All right, moving on. Some lady wanted Chipotle, and she didn't like what she was getting, so she whipped the bull at the lady serving her the food. Thank you to Kenny who sent this one along.
Well, an angry customer who threw a burrito bowl at a Chipotle worker in Ohio received quite a unique sentence today after pleading guilty to assault. Rosemary Hain told the judge she responded the way she did because the food was disgusting and not what she wanted. The judge sentenced her to 180 days in jail, but suspended 90 of them. Here's why. He also gave her the option to get 60 days of jail credit. The judge told Hain that she would have to work 20 hours a week at a fast food restaurant for 2 months.
Do you want to walk in her shoes for 2 months and learn how people should treat people, or do you want to do your jail time?
That's a dumb question. Do you want to work at a fast food joint, or do you want to go to jail?
I'd like to walk in her shoes.
Why should the city taxpayers pay for her and feed her for 90 days in jail?
Well, first of all, did you see what she did? Let's back up to this moment right here.
Hain told the judge she responded the way she did because the food was disgusting and not what she wanted. The judge sentenced her to
What a
180
fucking
days
asshole.
in jail, but suspended 90 of them. Here's why.
Okay, so she's going to get 6 months, but then he takes away 3 months.
He also gave her the option to get 60 days of jail credit. The judge told
And then he's going to take away 60 days more if she goes to work at at Chipotle. So she gets 30 days in jail.
Hain that she would have to work 20 hours a week at a fast food restaurant for 2 months.
Do you want to walk in her shoes for 2 months and learn how people should treat people, or do you want to do your jail time?
I'd like to walk in her shoes.
Why should the city taxpayers pay for?
No, bullshit. She should get 6 fucking months in prison is what she should get. None of this suspended bullshit. None of your creative fucking ridiculous sentences. Lock that bitch up for 6 months.
Her and feed her for 90 days in jail if I can teach her a sense of empathy.
You're not going to teach this crazy bitch anything. Shut up, judge. This judge obviously thinks really highly of his decisions to come up with these creative asshole attention-grabbing sentences. Just lock that bitch up for 6 months.
And after Hain completes her work assignment, she will have 30 days left to serve in jail. The assault victim says she is pleased with that sentence.
Hi, Mark.
I wouldn't be pleased with that sentence. That's ridiculous, in my opinion. Seriously, what the fuck? That's where I would learn the lesson. Amy says, good. She should see how it feels to work at a fast food restaurant. What a C. Yeah, I don't, no. She needs some really, really harsh prison time, and she needs to go to, like Chris says, Supermax, somewhere where she's going to get stabbed a few times. Rob says her pay should go to the victim. Kenny says he loves this punishment so much. Kenny, that's a shit punishment. We're letting that crazy bitch off. How could you possibly say that's an appropriate punishment? She just assaulted somebody. And we give her 6 months and she gets to serve 30 days? No. Kenny says it's a good punishment. You think that's a good punishment? Chris says she needs to work at the chow line in prison. He says it's the perfect punishment. Yeah, sometimes, Kenny, these judges get a little bit too creative and they think that they're coming up with something catchy and fun. And then this guy gets on TV. That's what all this asshole judge wants, is to be on TV with his wacky punishment. Bullshit. 6 months in the hole, bitch. That's what she should get. By the way, I can't let this joke go away without the reference to the Kiss show with the avatars. Tyler said, so people basically are going to watch Guitar Hero Kiss Edition. Yeah, Kenny, that's a bullshit punishment. 30 days for assault does not add up. If she were a black chick, she'd have gotten the 6 months. It's not my fault you're a racist. It's a horrible punishment. Schools want to crack down on cell phones. I've never understood this. Kid comes into class and he gets his phone out. And then you say, if you let your phone out, if you get your phone out again, I'm taking it. Okay? And then that's it. Just take the phone. Put it in your desk. And then when the kid is getting ready to leave, you give him his phone back. Say, all right, I got a rule in my classroom. No phones. That's going to hinder our working environment. Unless I tell you to get them out, keep your phone stashed. I don't want to see them. I don't know why that's so hard. But the shitbag amount of teachers that we have now, they are the worst. The current teacher group that we have in the United States today, all they do is complain, not take away phones, and have sex with students. And they complain about no money, complain about a hard job, and have sex with students. That's all teachers do these days. They don't actually teach. There's a story going around about schools are finding creative ways to stop students from using their cell phones during the day, fueling debates about the effectiveness and wisdom of such bans. Now, some schools, you walk in there and you drop the phone into a pouch, kind of like at a concert, and you can't get it back till the day ends. Well, that's a horrible idea. Okay? Logistically, it costs money. And when someone comes to shoot up the school, which will happen, how the fuck is anybody going to... You want those phones, you know? And besides, in the event that a fight breaks out, I want kids with phones. I want to be able to see some world star shit going down. This is all critical. Those are times when kids can bring out the phone. Or if there's a fight between teacher and student, I mean, let's face it, there's been some great moments, and I don't want to miss any of that shit. I don't know why this is even a debate. It's because teachers are gutless, and they get in front of the kids, and they're trying to do their job teaching, and then they never enforce the own rule. Or they say something dumb like, read silently, and I'm going to sit here and grade papers and waste time. If a teacher is actually doing its job, if a teacher is doing his or her job by teaching, they're engaged with the students and their eyes are constantly in the classroom, you know, scanning the room while they're having a discussion. And if anybody, it's very simple to look at 30 kids in a classroom. You should be able to tell if somebody takes their fucking phone out. It's simple. Their head goes down. They're trying to hide it. Hey, Alfonso, give me your fucking phone. Put it in here, asshole. You get it back at the end of the day, dick. If anybody else takes their fucking phone out, I'm going to take it. And that's what you do. But teachers today are pussies. Some schools have partnered with companies to implement the use of these pouches that students are required to put their phones into at the beginning of the day and don't unlock until the final bell rings. While others are threatening punishments, including suspension if a student is caught with their phone, even at lunchtime. No, you're going too far. There are times and places that they should be able to use the phone. Just not in the classroom, asshole. God, leave it to the stupid fucking teachers to make a big deal about this and fuck it all up. Renesha Parks, Chief Wellness Officer at Richmond Public Schools in Virginia, says this pilot policy they're implementing in their schools at the beginning of next year to stop cell phone usage with the magnetic pouches. The measure will impact 4,200 students, and it will cost $75,000. That's embarrassing. I cannot believe you're spending that money when all you have to do is say no. Make the teachers do their job. My God. The inmates running the asylum. If they had cell phones, which they didn't when I was going to school, Mr. fucking Palo would just break it. Bust your fucking phone right there. They should give them the initiative to do that. All right, you're allowed to have a hammer on your desk. bring the cell phone forward. Set it down. I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to destroy your cell phone right now. And then, bam! What? Make the kid destroy his own cell phone. They'll never do that shit. Let's see. Chris says, and they do all this complaining from the beach on their 6 months off. Yeah, exactly. Kenny says, I wish the Queen of the Forest would walk in on Eric talking shit about teachers someday. I would love that so much. Yeah, that would be ugly. There's no question. She sides with team. She sides with Big Teacher on this shit. Kenny says, I helped chaperone a Christmas party at my daughter's middle school Friday night for an hour and a half, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. Teachers do not get enough credit. What? Yes, they do. They get plenty of credit. They get too much credit. I want to start a line of bumper stickers that say, have a great day. Tell a teacher to fuck off. Or teachers got it made. Stop teacher worship. Nowadays, they go so far as when, like, we honor the military at the hockey games. They say, all right, we'd like to honor the military. And then that was, okay, great. Okay, Army, Navy, Air Force. Okay, thanks. All right, great. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, great. And then it started, and let's love those police. Fire, bring in the... Oh, my God, the paramedics. Stand up, be recognized. EMTs, doctors, nurses, volunteers at the hospital. Before long, they've named every profession on the planet. Let's stand up and be recognized. The teachers and the admin. Oh, my God, we're going to recognize the lunch lady. Oh, they're so giving. Fuck that shit. It's a goddamn job. What a crock of shit. Kenny caught an 8th grader vaping at the event. Oh, my God. I hope they didn't run away. Well, no, I hope they did, and you had to, like, run after him to catch him. That would have been awesome. Rob says, my high school in the late 2000s changed the rules to allow phones in the hallways and at lunch. All-day ban is just not practical financially and logistically. No, exactly. People think that that phones are bad. Phones are fucking great. That it opens up so much. Okay? I mean, these kids have the world at their fingertips. Don't take that away from them, you assholes. All right, you get the classroom. Okay, that's the safe haven, but that is up to the teacher to do that. It's not the fucking bags and all that shit. No. My God. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my time on the Eric Zane Show Patreon bonus podcast. You're all fantastic, and I thank you. I will talk to you down the road. Bye-bye.